I gotta say, these last little chunk of news has actually been kinda nuts. Make sure you guys smash the crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out more Oz content. So today's reveals for the tins were actually the 4 Exodia pieces themselves. You know what? I'm actually kind of impressed by this, actually. I did not expect to see the limbs. Well, I guess we should have expected the limbs when the head got the print so long ago. But, you know, how cheap does this make this Exodia set, you know, in theory? Because if, like, the head's only, like, $2-3 on the secondary, and you're looking at these limbs, I mean, like, they can't be more than, like, $5-10 a pop, depending, right? Or maybe upwards. Well, I don't know. Because, like, there's 50 quarter centuries in the set, you know. I don't know. I'm kind of curious about that. I'm kind of curious about the long-term effect on this, too. RIP to the Starlights. You did not get the chance to last well. We also had, what was it, confirmation on the Wake Up Your Elemental Hero last week, which, let's call it what it is. I mean, you only had the it was the not so cool looking collector's rare for this, which was not exactly something that I think people enjoyed all that much, which having the quarter century upgrade for this definitely is a W for hero players. Like, I'm actually happy for the hero mains out here. And then, of course, the quarter century Dark Magician Girl here as well. You guys know that long-term wise, if there's going to be a random 10, 15, 20, 25, even like maybe $40 card in this set over time, it's probably going to be a Dark Magician Girl, because the collector's player base is going to look at this card and go, yes, that is the long-term hold out of everything revealed here so far. Understandable, actually. So, some interesting little madness with that. I actually got to say, the quarter century is looking pretty good. We also got these 2 token cards announced as secret rares for this. Now, this is, first of all, I'm glad that we are getting the quarter century Pride and Unity cards in the set, to be honest with you, because these tokens looked amazing. Now, if I recall, these tokens could be used in Japan as, like, was it a redemption system to get, like, actual, what was it, the metal cards or something like that? And they also had, like, a code on them or something. And, of course, they also said quarter century Pride and Unity on them. So, unfortunately, you know, ours just say token on them, and we kind of lost a lot of the authenticity that kind of came with that. Gosh darn it. I can't hate the fact that, you know, we lost that nice potential with this, but having tokens, are these inserts in the set, or are these going to be like case topper or tin toppers? Because, like, last I remember, there was no mention of tin toppers in this. So does that mean these are inserts within the sets that you have to pull? Because, like, I can tell people probably aren't going to be too happy if they're like, la-di-da-di-da, me open pack, oh, me having good time. And then they pull, you know, Yugi and Kaiba here. I can't imagine, oh man, that'd be so bad too. You know, if you open up a 10 and 2 of your cards are back-to-back tokens, and you were, like, trying to get SP Lil Knight. I can't say that I like that too much. That's a little bit of an L, if that's the case. But if they are, you know, like 10 toppers and you get them guaranteed in every 10, then I think that's fine. Like, there's nothing wrong with doing it that way, but I cannot imagine wanting to pull those in the set, and especially, you know, if you're doing a big volume opening. Ugh. Upgrades. These rarity upgrades in the Ultra slots have been very interesting choices. So Purely Street getting an upgrade. There have been a lot of Purely upgrades in here. I find it very funny that Konami is looking at this stuff right now and they're like, yes, we're going to upgrade Purely. Purely hasn't been relevant in a very long time. I also kind of have a feeling that this is going to be Tenpai next year. You know, you're looking at all these upgrades right now, you're like, oh, this is awesome. You know, yeah, you fast forward here next year and you're like, oh, Tenpai's been dead for like 6 months because Konami created it, and they're like, here's your Tenpai upgrades. So seeing Purely Street, the field spell, getting an upgrade, I can't help but not be too excited for this. I mean, like, it's cool, sure, but like, okay. Now, the thing I am excited about here is actually the Red Eye Soul on this image. So, I've not had a very good track record with my Red Eyes deck as of late. No future spoilers for the duel episodes or anything here. But I got a little bit of work to do on this. The Red Eye Soul card, though, being able to special summon any Red Eyes, if you bring out the vanilla ping your opponent for 2400, is really cool in my opinion. I didn't quite realize that having a hand trap Red Eyes card that would get you the ability to special summon, a Red Eyes would actually matter. But I'm happy about this. Like, genuinely, I really am. And then Malong getting the Ultra upgrade. It's just, if you send this card to the graveyard and target one face-up card your opponent controls, return it to the hand. So basically what you end up doing, Malong, is the Ultimate Slayer plays typically, or you end up using it as fodder to feel like like a punishment or something like that. It's just whatever you can kind of think up, I guess. Ultimate Slayer, I think, was always the big thing with this. But there's not really... Okay, so some good rarity upgrades. Now, these rarity upgrades, see, this is what I was talking about here. Purely Lily got an Ultra upgrade here as well. And what do you want me to say? Like, should I be impressed that Lily's getting this? Like, is this even a rarity upgrade because we already had the ultimate rare? Is this just taking up dead space? Like, what are we doing here with this? Like, I can't even consider looking at Purely Lily here and going, oh, wow, like, this is... No, this is just... You wanted to reprint Lily so that officially I can say that this deck core is worth nothing, which is good, actually. Purely being this deck that's very affordable for the player base, I think does make a lot more people happy than you really could, I guess, imagine. So, good job on this one. And then, of course, Master Tau the Chanter. Considering the fact that most Illusion players are only playing this as like a one-of, I actually am cool with this. You want to give rarity upgrades in cases like this, and I mean, especially like the Illusion toolbox itself, while it does have some incredibly good stuff available to it, 1 to 2 nice rarity upgrades will be very, very, very happy. And Melfi Penny finally got a rarity upgrade. I'm happy about this. The fact that, the Sprite players are looking at this card as like this good tech choice that you could play and be able to use the little Melfi package in the deck was some of the most enjoyable Yu-Gi-Oh! I have seen in a while. So, very nice rarity upgrades. So, overall, I mean, the rarity upgrades themselves leave a little bit to be desired for sure, but to the people that are getting them, Imseti. So, SP's also in the tins. We had confirmation last week on this. Having Imseti actually showing up here and doing its thing, I think that this is huge. Alright, Age of Overlord was one of the bat crap craziest sets that we have had in years for this game. And the fact that we are at this point in the game now, that the Horus cards might not necessarily feel like the most relevant things in the world, I assure you with 100% here that you'll be happy to add the Horus cards to your collection for deck building. They are always going to be something that, rank 8 toolbox stuff, Hoppy is a broken card for sure. The other two, not necessarily so much. I mean, I've kind of learned my lesson with the guy that can get impermed, and you're like, oh boy, 0 attack, time to die. It's okay. But SP was definitely the real winner out here. Like, between like all the news for the quarter centuries, all the rarity upgrades and all of this, I like what I'm seeing here. I like what Konami's kind of wrapped up on a nice bow here for the player base for these 10s. There's a lot of cool things here available for everybody, and that's a good thing. RIP to the Starlight value. You will be missed, and so forth. So please, leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think about the 10s, and well, you guys have a good rest of your day, alright? Patrons! Thank you! Ah!
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.